Hello and welcome back to our Pokemon Infinite Fusion Randomized Nuzlocke. This is part 23, and this episode we are here with a team change. It has been a long time of us using the same team, but it is finally time to go ahead and change some things around. Half the team is the same, nice and standard. The other half has been swapped. I kept what we had at the end of last episode, so we'll do a brief team recap because I have added some items and some moves to some Pokemon. First of all, Tortellini is still here, our starter. Crazy that it's still on the team, but it is our fighting type Pokemon, and it does also have our only status move right now as we head towards our encounter on Route 14 that we skipped over last time. So Thunder Wave is important, with Blaze Kick for fire type coverage, which is kind of nice. We also have ourselves Mibbles. No changes. Mibbles is perfect. I will never change Mibbles. You cannot make me. Skittles is also pretty much the same, other than I now have a Hardstone put on it, because I actually looked through our inventory and, you know, saw that we had that we could put on it, and I'm mostly using it for Rock-type moves when I swap it into Rock Slide and stuff, so it seemed appropriate. We have Stug, the Metang Genesect fusion, with a Metal Coat. Moves are pretty low base power, but this thing does have some pretty beefy stats to back it up, because it is, at the end of the day, a pseudo-legendary and a Genesect. Metang, obviously not fully evolved yet, but still, very strong Pokemon. With Magnet Bomb, which can't miss, by the way. Flame Charge to boost its speed. Fury Cutter will get stronger as it's used more often, up to base 160 power on, like, the third turn or whatever, so that can get very powerful. And Bullet Punch for priority. Pretty decent moveset with a Metal Coat, because we got, like, 5 of them, so why not? Steel-type moves get boosted. We have ourselves Sora, the Meganium, and Raichu, which has unfortunately learned absolutely no new moves. Basically, we have Magical Leaf that's been added to the move pool, and that's it. Not ideal. But at the end of the day, it has Thunderbolt and it has an Electric Gem. Has some pretty just standard stats, as Meganium tends to do. You don't really get anything too crazy with a Meganium, but still, Grass-type coverage that we were missing because we took Eugene off, and strong Thunderbolts. And then we have Zunder, the Slowking Raikou, which did get taught Psyshock, because I did find a TM for Psyshock on the route, which was an okay TM to pick up. It's not actually a Psychic type, it's Water Electric, but it is coverage at the end of the day. We also have Nasty Plot, which does pair with it quite nicely. We have the Razor Claw, because this thing is decently fast, which sounds weird to say when it's half Slowking, but it's okay on speed. But between Nasty Plot, Water Pulse, we should be able to potentially do some big damage. With that all out of the way, though, we have ourselves Route 14 right here, and we have ourselves an encounter to grab. I believe there was an item that I already came and grabbed up here, because I think I super repelled to get it. We also got a white flag, by the way, as one of the items that we picked up, which I don't know if I will remember to use this item. I will be perfectly honest. There may come a time when I lose a Pokemon and I think, dang it, I could have just used the white flag and led with something different and maybe changed the outcome of the battle. I'm gonna really try and remember that this is here, because forfeiting a trainer battle could be huge. So, we did pick that up. I don't think there was anything else super important that we picked up that I need to go over. I feel like we had most of this other stuff. But the white flag, that's kind of cool. That could be clutch. That could be clutch. Let's go ahead and see what we can get for our Route 14 encounter then. That's so underwhelming. I'm honestly tempted to destroy it. That is some hot garbage. And we can all agree that that is one of the worst encounters that we have maybe had in anything ever. I guess let me try and think of a positive. We have a Dragon Dance TM, and Feraligatr might be able to learn Dragon Dance. Is a Jump Bluff Feraligatr gonna be enough of a sweeper to be worth putting on a team at any point? It would be decently fast with Jump Bluff speed. Grass Water isn't an awful typing. It's a pretty good typing. You know what? It's okay. It's okay. It just looks really bad at the moment, okay? But when it's fully evolved, maybe there's something there. Maybe there's something there. I also need to buy way more Fusion Balls because we are starting to really burn through them. Also, why is this not getting caught immediately? If I can catch Metang Genesect, why can't I catch Hopdial? You know, this shouldn't be something so difficult. The big cottonweed Pokemon, it could just be called the useless Pokemon until evolved. But you know, it's okay. It's okay. Grass Water, like I said, isn't a bad typing. I'm gonna call you Flubbert. Congrats, Flubbert. You've possibly been the quickest Pokemon that I've been able to name so far. That's not a good thing. Because when it's a powerful Pokemon, I actually, like, put a little bit more effort into it. When it's not a powerful Pokemon, I don't put that much effort into it, I'll be honest. I just kind of call it something silly and move on. Sometimes it's a strong Pokemon that also gets named something silly, like Stug, okay? Stug has had a tough time. The only other thing that I have done is I have made Bunt into a little bit of a HM slave with Rock Smash, Strength, and Cut, because there's going to be times when we're going to want to use those. I think I used Rock Smash to get one of the items on the previous route to get the white flag, and we're going to need Strength to move the Rhyhorn over there to get to an item eventually, so there's that. That moveset is... It's grass, for sure. It is grass. It's a bold nature, which makes Dragon Dance a little bit better. Makes Dragon Dance a little bit worse, sorry, not better. Definitely not better. Let's see about the Fuchsia Gym, shall we? I think we should. I think we should. If the typing of this gym is a type we've already done before, I might consider re-randomizing the gym to make sure we have a unique experience every time. We've done Ghost Misty, Fairy Erica, normal Lieutenant Surge, Psychic? No, it wasn't Psychic. It was Steel, because it was upgraded rock types. Yeah, okay, so we've done Steel, Ghost, Normal, and Fairy. And this gym is... Koga might appear close. Reach him in his fighting. Okay, it's different. Alright, I like that. Take this, an Ultra Ball. You've reminded me that I needed to buy Pokeballs. I'm going to do that first, actually, because if not, I'm going to forget, and we're going to get into another encounter at some point, and I'm going to not have remembered to do that. We also have the Safari Zone, which we could do first if we wanted to grab an encounter, but I kind of just want to throw myself into a gym. You know? Sometimes you just want to throw yourself into a gym and see what can happen. I can also buy Hyper Potions. We already have some. That's fine. I don't think we need anything else. We have full heals, I presume. Yep. Those have already been got. There's the side door. Side merchant. Anything important? Poison Gem and a Repeat Ball. Not the most useful, to be honest. Not the most useful. Gems... Having the option to buy them isn't a bad thing. If we take Eugene back out with Venoshock, Poison Gem's Technician boosted Venoshock, that gets powerful pretty quick. But it's definitely not something I want to prioritize, because I would rather just put like a Poison Barb on it. Madon. Are we okay against this? We should be okay against this. We should just be able to like Bubble Beam. Realistically, we hit it on the special side. Machamp Rhydon is... That's powerful, sure. Level 36. Decently leveled. I'm gonna Bubble Beam. You're not gonna do anything crazy, right? Vital Throw. That does hurt. It does really hurt. We still kind of just Bubble Beam. There's not really that much else we can really do. Wake Up Slap. Thankfully, no crit. We've outsped both times. Those both seem like slow Pokemon. Bubble Beam will KO. We are fine. It's just that one Pokemon, which hopefully explains why it was such a high level. I think that's probably a normal level. Let's put... Who is best for fighting? Probably Skittles. And Zunder is also decent because it does have Psyshock, which actually makes me kind of slightly happy that we got that TM. Anything else that's useful for us? Mibbles is weak to fighting, which is not ideal, because I was kind of hoping that Mibbles could just destroy this gym for us as my my backup, my nice high-level Pokemon that can kind of carry me if I need it. That is not what is going to happen by the looks of it. Is unfortunate. How do I get through here? Yeah, can I just waddle over to you? Yes. I also study the way of the ninja with Master Koga. Ninja have a long history of using animals. Like Pokemon. He's not even facing me. Hey. Golreloom. Water-type moves, grass-type moves. Not ideal. However, water fighting is pretty easy to deal with for my team. Saura should destroy this, right? With just Thunderbolt, Electric Gem boosted. Unless the Goldeen has Lightning Rod. In which case, I will be sad. It did not have Lightning Rod. And it's Electric Gem boosted. Goodbye. Was that a crit on top of that? That might have been a crit on top of that. In which case, I am apologizing. Absolutely annihilated. Lucario, Rapidash, Fighting Fire. Zunder should be able to deal with that just fine. Bone Rush could be an option, but oh, I hate that. I hate that. I actually hate that. That's awful. Why? No. Quick Guard. Well, we're not going for priority, so that's fine. Water Pulses are 2 at KO. I kind of hate that. You know, it's like a really messed up Centaur, and it's not something I needed to see. It's just not. Oh. Let me see, you beat my special techniques. I'm probably going to try and fight everyone in this gym. Is my plan. I also might still be sped up, actually. I don't know if I'm sped up or not, to be honest, right now. I might have just become numb to it from training up Pokemon. Of which, some sprites were pretty cool. I'm actually going to put them on screen right now, because I did not remember to record while I was training up my team. Well, to be honest, I started recording, and then nothing interesting happened for, like, the first 4 battles, and it was things like... I can't even remember half of them. There was a Crocodile Squirtle. There was 2 Clefairies fused together. Like, they just weren't very impressive. And then I went into one fight, and they were, like, all the crazy sprites at once. Which were, I wrote them down on the side, Houndour Zoroark. That one was really cool. There was Mr. Mime Deoxys in the same battle, followed by Skarmory Umbreon. That was crazy. They were all in just one battle, and I was not recording for it, which was really unfortunate, but I put them all on screen right there. And then the only other thing that I saw that was interesting while I was going through was Ghastly Archie, which was kind of goofy, to be truly honest. It was more there as a goofy one. There was 3 really good sprites. There was a couple of others that were okay. I'm not going to say that there were any, like, that were bad as such, just some that were not fully evolved was most of them. I actually ended up training basically just on the Raichu Azumarill as, like, the first trainer, and I trained mostly up on just her, getting her to, like, level 41 or something her Pokemon were at the end, but they weren't good. Doug Champ. That sounds like Doug Trio, which I am weak to, so that is scary. Zunder is also weak to, being electric type. We go into Meganium, and I guess we hit you with Magical Leaf? Why are you pointing at me, huh? Why are you pointing at me? I like the head on the right. The head on the right, it just looks like he's confused at why he's there. Dig. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, I don't know what else I expected, to be honest. It's a Doug Trio, is what it does. Ow. If it's using Dig, then I get a free turn, Hyper Potion up, and then Magical Leaf again. Dig again. Sucker Punch. That also works. Bud Bomb. That also works. That's fine. Okay. Lots of moves there that I can take advantage of. I like that. And no better Grass-type move than Magical Leaf for us just yet, which is unfortunate. I would like a better move, but you get what you're given, basically. I would love to get a TM for, like, Energy Ball or Giga Drain, but not yet. Luxray Infernape. We can actually fight this, right? We just Moonblast. We did get Moonblast instead of Dazzling Gleam, by the way, on Skittles. I think that was a level up move. In fact, it was definitely a level up move. And we get Swagger. I have not had a good track record of Skittles and Confusion, so I kind of want to swap out, not into Stug, definitely not into anything that is weak to fire. What is the best course of action here? Having... Is it just Zunder? It might just be Zunder. Pretty sure it's just Zunder. We go into Zunder to finish them, unless you Swagger again, in which case you might have to change things. But you should be able to just be hit by Psyshock. I'm going to go for Psyshock just in case they swap out and go into a different fighting type, if they even have another Pokemon, which they do, which is Honchkrow Infernape again. Another Infernape, back-to-back immediately, huh? That sounds like it's 4 times weak to Dazzling Gleam, is what I'm hearing. Or, sorry, Moonblast. Ooh. Ooh, see, now that's a cool sprite. That's cool. I like when sprites have more than just the Pokemon and they kind of show the action that they're doing as well. Just kind of cool. Getting annihilated by Skittles, and Skittles is not going to mess around with that, but it was cool. Can I get to you? Yes, I can get to them, but... Big old but. I want to battle everyone. Watch this be the greatest mistake of all time. Because this is realistically one of the scariest times in a Nuzlocke, is when you change your team around. Weavile, Blaziken. Once again, really weak to Moonblast. So I'm staying in for sure. Because you should be Dark Fighting. I did not like that. I did not like that one bit. Why was it Steel Gem boosted into Skittles? I did not like that. I just assumed death. Holy defense from Skittles, by the way. That 104 defense, huge. Okay. I'm gonna be honest, I blanked on what was being sent out just then. It's a fighting type, it was a bug fighting type, I remember. Bug fighting. Stug might be able to just fight it. I'm going into Stug because it 4 times resists bug, and I can't remember what the bug part was. Yanma Machoke. Yeah, this is fine. We should be fine to just Flame Charge. You shouldn't have any fire type moves, which is the only thing that we have to fear realistically on Stug. As long as it doesn't have a fighting type move in its 2 evolutions, we know that we should be okay. Which is honestly just very, very nice. It's nice having that much security. You know what's not nice? Hitting yourself in confusion over and over again. That's not nice. Him being locked into Uproar, however, is nice. Give and take. This is just how confusion has been for me lately. It's just, I hit myself. Well, I land an attack, then I hit myself, land an attack, then hit myself. It's just, I hit myself until I snap out of confusion. And I don't know why it keeps being like this. But it... Ooh. Yes. I'm also going to lower the speed, because we're definitely on ×1 speed up. What do we want to get rid of for Psychic? Realistically, the only move we could get rid of would be Flame Charge, because I actually really like having Priority Bullet Punch. I like having a decently strong Steel-type stab move, and I like having Stab Bug move, obviously. The Psychic in particular is really good for this gym, and Flame Charge is reasonably weak. The speed boost is nice, but we have Bullet Punch for priority. I guess we're taking Psychic. No, Metagross's moveset. It's just better. Just better. Yeah, we're healing for sure, once again. Do I want to heal up everyone? I could heal up everyone. It's still really annoying that we have these free secret potions that we just can't use. I'm going in with this. This is fine. It's fine. We're just going to Moonblast this Pokemon, and then we're going to go fight Koga, and Koga's fight is going to go great. Why'd I say that? Togetic Machop. You should be absolutely Moonblastable. Just speed me? I guess Layer on Sylveon isn't fast, but sometimes I do get surprised. Lives Landsat Berry to get pumped. But special attack falls, which actually doesn't mean anything if it's pumped, because if it crits me, he's going to ignore that special attack drop. Stream speed, that's fine. He can crit me with that as well. I don't care. Yeah, okay. There's the crit from the Landsat Berry. That is absolutely okay. The amount of berries that I have seen activate in this playthrough at this point, I just expect there to be a berry, to be honest. I might run back and fully heal at the Pokemon Center to make sure that we have as much PP as possible. Always keep your PP popped off, okay? Make sure to have as much PP as possible. It's very good for you. I'm recording in the morning, alright? It is 7 a.m. I have not slept. Sometimes things happen, alright? I'm in mild pain because I'm still waiting on good old wisdom tooth extraction. Oh, a little bit of a lag stutter there. Could I have cut this whole journey out? Maybe, but I got distracted by the fact that I was talking about pee-pee of all things, so I didn't cut that out for you. I'm sorry. I apologize. Sometimes these things happen. Sometimes you get no sleep, and this is how things go. You know? Alright. Koga. Are we leading with Skittles? Or, depending on what we go up against first, if we lead with Zunder and Nasty Plot, that could be huge. Nasty Plot Psyshock? Also, do I have any, like, psychic boosting item? I'm almost sure I do. We do! We do! Do we want to give this to Zunder or Stug? Zunder has Nasty Plot, let's be real. Let's be real, we do have multiple. We do have multiple. Yeah, I think we do it. I think we just slap on some odd incenses and we go into this with Zunder in front before I keep leading with skills. I think this is the plan. All right, Koga, let's get this underway. A mere child like you dares to challenge me? Very well. I shall show you true terror as a ninja master. I don't know why I deepened his voice like this. That's what I've decided to do now. You shall feel the despair of fighting and sleep techniques. Wake up, slap! We'll be using 4 Pokemon. Oh, right. Yeah, that's a thing. Zunder, Skittles, Stug. I almost want to take Mibbles just for the Thick Club boosted fake out damage. But we used Saura. We did. I'm also calling it Saura rather than Sora, which I think I called it when I first named it because I like the idea of it being like you know what? I don't know why. I don't know why. I was gonna give a reason why. I don't know why. I just can't speak properly. That's the real reason. That's the real reason for so many things. I just can't speak properly sometimes. It happens. Alright, Koga. Let's get this underway. You and your fighting types. There's gonna be a big level in here. There's gonna be one that's like level 40 plus, right? Or at least like 38. Dozaken. This is okay. We're not weak to Ghost because we're not actually a Psychic type. Do we Nasty Plot? I'm not scared of... Okay. I'm not scared of any fighting type move, realistically. I mean, it's neutral. It'll hurt, but it's not something we're weak to. Blaze Kick is whatever. I don't even know if it has it at 35, despite being a Blaziken. I don't think it even has Blaze Kick. Is there anything that Duskullclops Noir has that would be worrying? I'm thinking Nightshade, I'm thinking Shadow Punch, I'm thinking Curse. I don't think so. I think we're Nasty Plotting. What if we regret this? Curse. Well, that was one of the things that I mentioned. What is that? Oranberry? Biggie Berry. Okay. It does put us on a timer, but we can also still deal with this Pokemon. This shouldn't be any worry. You should just go down unless there's like a focus band or something. Please don't let that be something that I bring into existence. I don't love the curse damage, but we'll see what we're fighting next. Remo Champ. On the one hand, I could probably one-shot that with Psyshock. On the other hand, it's not that scary. So I would rather just go into something like Saura that can fight it without too much worry. Yeah, well, we'll swap. The Nasty Plot idea was a nice idea, but we did get cursed turn 1. If it had been, you know, Spite or something, oh my god, it's just a Murloc. That's great. That's actually great. We should be fine to just Thunderbolt this though. We actually have a level lead. Electric Gem, bonk. Do we not already use our Electric Gem? Does that come back every battle? It does. That's actually I might consider gems more if they come back every battle. We might have already clarified this earlier in the playthrough and I just forgot because I just assumed gems are useless, but that's decent. Riolu Bellsprout. Riolu Bellsprout, huh? Is that fighting poison? Because this is going to get psychicked into oblivion. Why did someone make this? I like Riolu, okay? I like the gimmick set of Riolu of using Copycat Dig. I think it's very funny to have a Pokemon that can't be hit. It's very entertaining to me. Why would you do Riolu like this? And Gol Key. That also sounds like it's just going to get annihilated by Psychic. That is not Gold Bat. That is Gold Duck. I still think we're fine. Psychic does over half. Special defense drop, doesn't matter too much. Aqua Tail misses. This was very underwhelming. But we do clear the gym. We do clear the gym. I don't make the rules. It's randomized. That was just a relaxing one. Now that you have the Soul Badge, the defense of your Pokemon increases. It also lets you use Strength outside of battle. Ah, take this too. TM77 Psych Up. Contains Toxic. I don't think we got Psych Up or Toxic. I will be perfectly honest with you. I don't think we got either of those TMs, because we should have got a Fighting type TM, right? 77 is not there. Toxic is not there. What did we get? We got Power Punch. Okay, this is new. This is new. That is not an awful thing to get. Power Up Punch Mibbles Technician Boosted Fick Club with an attack raise. It does sound tempting, doesn't it? It sure does. I don't think we want to put that on anyone right this second. Is an interesting option, though. It's not the most powerful at base, but it is an option. Why? Oh, we can just leave. Okay. We can, in fact, just leave. Well, I do think that is where we're going to wrap up this episode. I'm sorry that the gym was a little bit underwhelming. I know there's probably a few people that want me to bump the difficulty. I'm considering it, okay? I am considering it. I know the idea of set mode was thrown around earlier. However, I just don't love set mode, you know? That's basically all it comes down to. It's just not my favorite mode to play with. Maybe we will add some other restriction. I'll definitely think about it. I'll add some other restriction. Feel free to float ideas around in the comments for restrictions to help me out with this. It probably won't be implemented for the next episode because I want to pre-record one more so I have, you know, a video out for everyone while I'm recovering from tooth extraction, which might be happening today when this video goes live, actually. But float around some ideas. The obvious ones are like, hey, you can't use healing items inside of battle anymore. There's set mode, which we already mentioned. There's... You can tell I don't add many things. There's no Pokemon centers and stuff like that. There's no buying new items, so you can't buy any more potions. Just ideas for now. And if there's any that seem reasonable, I will add them. Because at the end of the day, I'm not trying to make this incredibly difficult. I'm here to just play around with Infinite Fusion and see new custom sprites. But we'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. With that said and done, though, if you guys have enjoyed this episode, leave a like down below, hit that subscribe button, and without further ado,